say that the launch of Ashes of the Damned has been a controversial one would be an understatement to say the least. It would be like saying Paladin Amber is kind of hot, or Max Mofo is kind of Chinese, Bush kind of did 9/11, or Epstein was kind of a pedophile. In fact, the entire release of Black Ops 7 has been a bit fucky, with claims that the game is simply an overpriced DLC for Black Ops 6, as well as a blatant use of AI across the entire game that makes you feel like you're watching a shitty Netflix show based in Mexico. But when it comes to the zombies map, leaks, bugs, and controversy about boss difficulty have plagued the release of one of the best launch maps we've had in a long time. So naturally, like many others, I had the brilliant idea to attempt the Ashes of the Damned Easter egg in a sea of bugs, crashes, and half-assed guides crafted with the sole goal of being first and fast, with about as much accuracy and attention to detail as a 2023 AI video of Will Smith eating spaghetti. A bit more on that later. My attempt went about as well as you'd expect it to. And as someone who bluffed their way through all the Easter egg quests in Black Ops 6, the quest for Ashes simultaneously excited me and made me absolutely and violently shit my pants. I mean, there's a reason I waited and hoped they would chloroform Bactarian into a slurring shell of its original self, and I'm kind of glad I did wait, but I'm also not. I'll add a bit more on that later. So, welcome to how not to do the Ashes of the Damned Easter egg. Things started off in classic Call of Duty fashion, with me realizing that all of my settings had been reset to default. What the fuck? And then idiotically tempting fate by turning on ray tracing reflections, almost daring my game to crash and burn. Diving into things, my strategy for the run was quite simple. I'm kind of just gonna like try and have a go, if that makes sense. I was also preemptively dreading the step I had already had so much difficulty with in my handful of previous attempts. Literally, the worst part of this fucking Easter egg is trying to stun Klaus. One run, I had about 12 stun grenades I threw at Klaus. It gives me AIDS. The start of the quest is relatively straightforward. My goal was to try and get some decent packed weapons nice and early by milking the spores on the ground repeatedly until they spurted out everything that I wanted. Our RNG sucks. It was slightly better the second time around, and after a little more milking, boy, did they spurt out everything just the way I like. What we got? History perk. Nice. Please be something good. If it's Wisp Tea, if we get Wisp Tea from this, it's all part of the plan! It's all part of the plan! The run felt good. It felt like we were on. This is the run! This is the run! That's a feeling that can be exceptionally fleeting and can disappear just as quickly as it arrived. Fuck! Leaving you in a pit of grief and slumped in despair, moaning like you've been repeatedly, digitally sack-tapped. From here, we head to the cabin where we carefully and meticulously clear these clusters and practice exceptionally safe electrical work to restore the first of 3 generators around the map. Next up, we head to the center of the map in Ashwood, the hub for the majority of the Easter egg. And no, not that kind of hub. Here, we gently removed more clusters, restoring the second generator while discussing with Chad about my extensive knowledge on the many intricate details and minor Easter eggs on the map. Need to learn all the free perk items. Yeah, there's like eggs. That's all I got. There's eggs. Okay. Let's take a second. I've already forgotten the steps. After a brief bout of Alzheimer's, I upgraded Tessie with a Pack-a-Punch attachment and I was on my way to the diner. It was at this moment that I decided to stop fucking around before I found out. I arrived at the diner and immediately speed ran my way through 2 rounds without getting the key that I needed to drop. No keys? No. Sweet. Love that for me. Which I was obviously ecstatic about. But eventually the zombie spawned, the freezer was opened, the abomination part was retrieved, and I could make my way back to Ashwood and install it. Then it was on to farm for the 3rd and final generator. More clusters, a failed speedrun strat that I saw Freckleston do one time. I don't know how to do that. Another switch, and we were fully operational across the board. After efficiently and confidently noting my roof symbols for the wonder weapon, hook, circle. I woke up the Uber Klaus and then scurried back to farm with my tail between my legs to pick up the freeze to kill and took him out with ease to pick up the stabilizer chip. Shout out to Mr. Ruffle Waffles for that strat. At the same time, I noticed that my Wisp T was babysitting the final zombie, giving me plenty of time and peace to do whatever it is I needed to do, and it wouldn't be the last time. Then it was back to Ashwood for the step that I honestly dreaded the most. It is time for the worst fucking step in the history of zombies. I lined up my throw and hoped. Yes! The run was on. The dream is alive! The dream is fucking alive! First try! Side note, the music that plays when you wake up Klaus is so fucking emotional, man. I'm so emotional. The music's so fucking emotional. I could run through a brick wall. It's so fucking emotional, bruh. You can do anything you fucking set your mind to, including throwing stuns at a fucking robot to wake him up. I'm feeling a tingle in my balls that I haven't felt since I watched the 2005 blockbuster film Goal. I'm Santiago as fuck. Vibes were high, and it was onto the Cosmodrome for the next step, which involved telling Klaus to stomp this spot so I could press a button and then likely get cancer from this super X-ray beam, but it would totally be worth it because the wonder weapon on this map is fucking elite. And once the beam had finished infecting my body with inoperable tumors, I could pick up the empty test tube and start filling it with love nectar from the 3 generators I'd been ever so careful with earlier on. All while the Wisp T continued to babysit the last zombie all the way back at farm. It's cheat code. It's cheat code. On the way back to the center of the map, I let the inside voices win. I always do that! I always fucking do that! And then I was off to the lake for the first nectar sucking segment. Then it was Ashwood, and then finishing up at farm and heading downstairs to craft myself the gauntlet without any hiccups whatsoever. Not even a little bit. It was super simple and super easy. Did I?
A few moments later.
No! I did it. Oh my. Fuck me, dude. I brushed off the hiccup and continued on with the egg. Meow, 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 meow. Heading to the Cosmodrome for the next step and hiring a babysitter along the way. Go babysit! Now, throughout the run so far, I had been collecting parts to put into a concoction along with my own blood sacrifice. And I was hoping with all my heart, soul, and nutsack that I didn't need the ingredient that only dropped from killing the bear with the abomination head on the car. So, being the organized professional that I am, I quickly Googled the cheat sheet that I had not prepared earlier whatsoever and hoped that the writing on the wall was as kind as it could possibly be. We have human bones, we have fungi, and we have horde husk chunk. Bones, fungus, chunk. Now this part some people seem to have a little bit of trouble with, and lots of guides will say that you need double pack and tier 3 armor. I'm looking at you, IGN, fucking clueless. But I just chuck a toxic growth down in the middle of the room and keep using the lifesteal the wonder weapon gives you, and I cheese it every time. This is how you do this step really easily. This is how you do this step real good. So if you're struggling, give it a go. You might like it. You never know until you try. You're not a man till you've had a man. Now we needed the keys. Now we need the keys. I snagged the first one with relative ease, slipped it in. The second key, on the other hand, proved to be a bigger test of me doing dumb shit and getting myself into trouble. Oh, I fucked it. Throw the monkey. But it all worked out thankfully, and I slipped that one into the weird cube too. Locating the third key was a struggle as well. With the horseshit guide I was using, no help at all. But eventually, after more exceptional Googling, I discovered the third spawn location, dodged the bear that had just spawned was trying to fuck me, made it a triple cube penetration, and was finally edged by the cutscene that let us know that we were only halfway done.
She says we gotta chuck a necklace into a fucking bowl.
Shut up, Maya! Shut the fuck up! We picked up our last Tessie upgrade, whacked that bad boy in the car, hired another babysitter after we accidentally killed the last one, And it was time to shock the clock, suck the purple out of it, head to the Cosmodrome, freeze the rays, back to Ashwood, suck another purple, Cosmodrome, freeze, and then it was numbers time. Now this step is relatively straightforward if you're using a good guide and you know what numbers to put in. The face of pure confidence. Unfortunately for me, the new guide I was using was 99% good and 1% dog shit. The 1% being the single incorrect number on the graphic. That was right! It was in fact not right. His fucking numbers are wrong. His fucking numbers are wrong! It's fucking O2! Instead of progressing to the next round, I decided to try and be as efficient as possible, so I sucked the third and final purple of the round out of the clock and ambitiously headed to the diner to attempt the trial there. I set off the lightning using the turret and light pole strategy, feeling pretty good about myself until I remembered that the purple suck. Why is my purple shot gone? Is on a 90-second timer. It's over. I progressed to the next round, sucked the purple again, froze the rays again, nonchalantly input the correct numbers this time. Come on! And finally set the rocket free to go and fly into the second tower.
Wow, doing the rocket! Go, boy! Boy!
Then it was time to freeze the clock again and head back to the diner, but not before almost getting absolutely pulverized and put on an attempted spread eagle by a round of Ravagers. No fucking way. I finally froze the diner clock and, as to be expected, was not prepared whatsoever, and so I rushed around frantically trying to get Klaus to wake up the mechanic, open the cash register for the diner worker, and then realization hit me. I don't know Tessie. Can you imagine actually being organized for this shit? Because I can't. And then my game started to fuck with me when I needed it the most. I just glitched. And it only gets worse. Let's count the fuck ups together. I got 90 seconds. I just wasted that one. I just accidentally shot two. And there's a bear. Alright, well, this is good. Babysit, please. Babysit, please. Babysit, please. Babysit, please. That's the fucking... I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna do it. And so I drove back to Ashwood, froze the clock again, drove back to diner, jump pad back to Ashwood, sucked the purple, jump pad back to diner, made sure I had lightning, and finally froze the clock when I was actually prepared for the things I needed to do. And what do you know? It was simple and easy, and I got it done, and I was very cool and calm about it all as well. Two trials done. And after a brief pause to figure out what step was next, it was time for farm. And the vibes were, oh, they were present. I was far from confident. I have to still do the boss fight. Even after I've done all this bullshit, bro, I still have to not die in the boss fight. By this point, I was starting to lose even the tiny amount of brain power I possess on a good day. And even though the remaining steps were pretty straightforward, I was doubting everything I was doing. I didn't have Tessie! I need to freeze the clock. Oh, fucking way. Wait a minute. And getting more confused than Ali Hamilton. Yeah, what the fuck? I thought so. That one's for all my rom-com fans out there. After sucking more purple out of the clock, I finally made my way back to the farm. We're out of time though. Come on. Just in time. I picked up the 4 items from around the farm, took a moment to calm myself, placed them down on the ground, and began the step that proved to be the biggest test of the entire run. My first attempt involved double frenzied guard, trap use, and an insta-kill pop. Fuck! No dice. Belief was fading. Fast. Might be game over, boys. This might be fucking game over. Time for attempt number 2. But once again, no dice. There was one handicap that was hindering me big time when it came to this attempt. I can't make mollies, I can't make fucking monkey bombs, I can't make Casimirs, I can't make anything, dude. All things that I have absolutely no doubt would have made this step easier than I was after my uncle slipped something into my drink at Christmas lunch. The strategy change came in the form of using an energy mine, and the one thing I could actually craft that for some reason I believed with great confidence could actually help me fuck this trial off. Turret? You can smell the belief through the screen. And then it was time. A carefully placed sentry turret and an equally carefully placed energy mine with the turret augment accompanied by an insta-kill gobblegum. The most deadly trio this trial has ever encountered. The aim? Abysmal. The strategy? Undefeatable. Oh! One trial remaining and I still had all of my quick revives and my self-revive and a gobblegum pack ready to go, crafted specifically for this moment. So I made the executive decision. I'm committing. Step 1, get a ray gun. It was at this point as well that I realized that I had completely run out of hard drive space on my PC, and so my recording had completely stopped. But praise the Twitch VODs. And so, 6K bitrate 1080p me, popped a Wonder Bar, and rolled the box to get myself a ray gun and finish the final few steps of setting up for the boss fight. Pretty straightforward, right? Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. Like, of course. When I say that this run defied the odds and that the gods above and below were trying to bend me over and royally fist me the whole time. Oh, that would have been fucking useful! I'm not exaggerating. One gift card, one Armageddon, one babysitter hire, another Wonder Bar, and a box roll that wasn't total bullshit later. And I was ready for the final few steps of the egg. The last trial of the 4 is super simple. Purple suck, shoot the projector, look at the order of the pictures, and then shoot the corresponding film reels in said order. Back. Front. Shed. It was in fact not back, front, shed, and I fucked it up because I'm mentally deficient. But on a second attempt, great success. Called Klaus in. He picked up your dad's vibrator from the end of the bed, and then a bear spawned in and tried to use it on me. And then it was time to travel around the map in Tessie, driving through wisps to initiate the final boss fight. I fucked that up though because I didn't have Tessie with me. Yeah. Second attempt, piece of slightly intense, stressful cake, but a success nonetheless. And just like that, it was time. The last 2.5 hours had led to this moment. This should be easy. They all say it's fucking easy on solo now. They all say it's fucking easy on solo. And it really, really was. Bang! Tessie didn't break once. It got close. But it never happened. But that didn't make the fight any less stressful, any less enjoyable. Boom! And the final few bashes with that beautiful mechanical bitch Tessie any less satisfying. One more, boys! One more! There it is! One more! No! Yes! Let's fucking go! Thank you, Vatherian! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Let's fucking go! Oh, what a journey! Oh! That boss fight was actually pretty easy, not gonna lie. Oh, brother. Oh, they nerfed the fuck out of that boss fight, bro. It was done. Yes, it was nerfed, and part of me wishes I could have experienced the fight when it was at its toughest, but the other part of me feels like I earned that easy boss fight with all the bullshit that I had to endure during the steps themselves. Let me know what you think in the comments, though. Either way, I'd done it. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more of me on your timeline. Let me know in the comments if you want to see me do any of the other zombies Easter eggs. I haven't actually ever done any of the Black Ops 3 eggs, so that might be something that I could try. But let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Take it easy, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next one.